Mode. All right, Bosh, we're back. Squeeze the neck. Back at Moreno's with my mate, Moreno man, Carlos Moreno, Skill Gap, whatever he wants to be called at. Thanks for doing this, bro. Bosh.
Bosh! Get yourself a girl and stay off that Macintosh.
Well, before we get into any of that, we had to make sure we got his special shoes in. He was upset with the sound test because his shoes weren't in. So we've got the shoes in.
Hey, these are Bapes, Marvel as well. Look at the Hulk getting me angry like that, bro.
Yeah, but I don't talk about Marvel because I'm a grown man.
Don't piss me off.
I don't read comic books because I am, in fact, over 12.
I'll be looking like that, fam. Don't piss me off.
But as I say, mate, respect. Thanks for having me here, mate.
Yeah,
I've been here 3 or 4 times now, actually, to this one. I met you back years ago.
You might have to move in soon. I need a caretaker.
Well, my sleeping bag's over there, bro. Don't worry about it. We're all good. We're all set to go.
Yeah,
if this weren't the wrong side of the river, maybe we'd do it. But never mind.
Excuses already.
Oh,
Okay.
excuses already. Always have them ready. Never let the truth get in the way of a good story, right?
Yeah.
We met years ago, as I say, near my way actually, Clapham, didn't we? Your old gym.
Let's talk about that because I'm not sure I completely recall like how how did we meet?
I came down your gym and it was just me and you in there. I was just wanting a bag to work on at the time.
Oh yeah.
And you had like the water bags. You remember the water bags?
Yeah, the aqua bag.
The aqua bag, yeah. So I come in and I was just looking for someone to do.
It was a bit too full, wasn't it? It was a bit too hard at the time. I remember I realised I filled it up too much and I had to empty it a bit.
Really?
Because it's meant to be kind of soft so it feels like hitting a human body type of thing.
Right. So, but I mean, that was great from my memory. I come down there because I do Jiu Jitsu quite close to there. And I was like, I think I missed the Jiu Jitsu. There was something going on. So I was like, I need somewhere. I messaged you, you was about. Yeah. So I come in, we ended up doing a bit of body sparring, the whole deal, dropped in 4 times. No.
I couldn't, I was going to say, I couldn't tell that he did jiu-jitsu.
Hey. There's no need to get personal around here. Do I need to get my beanie out?
And then you're telling you're dropping who 3 times, God.
But no, it was great. Back in the day, the old gym, as I say, you've had 3 gyms, all that stuff. Yeah. We're up in Dalston now. We met again, if you like, at Right to Fight, the press conference, I think it was, at what was the gym? Lions Camp?
The
Lions
Lion,
Den?
yeah.
The Lion ABC, that's right. I'm trying to give it an extra name.
The Lions Den.
Exactly, Lions Den, if you like. Who's that? Lions in Camp? Anthony Yard.
Yeah, shout out my boy Anthony Yard.
Oh, he's your mate? Oh,
I'm
brilliant.
proud of you, bro.
Brilliant.
Proud of you.
There you go. And we've had Armstrong on. I come up here and we had a bit of a mess about with I guess you could call it a podcast while you guys were warming up for a session and whatnot. But as I say, mate, grateful to be in here. Before we get into sort of bringing it up to date, you've got a fight coming up. You've recently had a fight, etc., etc. Tell us where you come from originally, mate, and how you originally got boxing.
Where do I come from? So I was born in Lisbon, but my parents were born in Cape Verde. And my grandparents and stuff, they're all from Cape Verde.
Both sides?
Yeah, both sides, yeah. But my parents went to Portugal and they met there.
Nice.
And I was born there. So I do travel quite a bit, but I came here when I was really young. I was about 6 or 7 when I came to the UK.
Right.
So I only lived in Lisbon for about 6, 7 years, something like that.
Have you got memories from it back then?
Yeah.
I was going to say 6, 7's enough
it's
to
enough,
sort of...
Yeah, no, I have a lot of memories from there. Like I went to school there. Most of my memories includes going to the beach and just like having like summer camps and things like this. Because you go to the beach a lot and you do a lot of activities because it's so hot there, you're always outdoors. So I remember the weather being really good and swimming a lot. I grew up in the water a lot. So then I came over here for a holiday trip, decided, you know, I like this. I asked my brother if I could stay with him. He said, yeah. He already had his wife and kid here in the house, so he let me stay, and then I just stayed.
Wow, that's mad, isn't it?
Yeah.
Just came for holiday.
I travelled a lot as a kid. As a kid, I went to a lot of places, France, Holland, So I was used to travelling from like quite a young age.
Nice.
But this is the first place that I wanted to settle in.
Yeah, and obviously English, I'm assuming, is not your first language then, if you grew up in Portugal.
No, Portuguese is my first language. Then Crioulo, which is the Cape Verdean, like Creole or like Patois or whatever. It's not really a Patois, but it's like Creole is a language, official language of Cape Verde is Portuguese, but Creole as well. And then came here. I learned English pretty quickly. Like I was pretty sound academically when I was a kid, and then got here. They picked up, oh, this kid's pretty sound academically as well. And I was always out with friends. Ever since, and that's one of the main reasons why I wanted to move to the UK as a kid. I made a lot of friends during the summer, and it kind of like when I went back, I kind of missed him, and it just felt right being here. I made a lot of good friends. So I was out. I was that kid. I was out all the time with like 20 other kids.
Right, okay.
All
Different
the time.
times back then as well. That was how it was, right?
Yeah,
Kids used to go out.
We, as a kid, I remember playing out from sun up till sun down, and no problems.
Right.
Like
Right.
biking in the neighborhood, it was just safer back then. There wasn't a lot of this messy things that go on these days.
And where did you come to? Which part of London when you first moved over?
I was in sort of Denmark Hill area, like nice area.
Yeah, nice,
you know, pretty good. But I went to school in Peckham, so I was living in a nice area and kind of walking down to Peckham. And there was a lot of issues in that school that I went to. It was Warwick Park back then in the 98, something like this. Secondary school, a lot of fights, a lot of stabbings, a lot of problems in Peckham. But made it out, didn't really have any serious issues, mainly because my brothers were quite known. I have a lot of brothers.
I'm assuming a lot older as well. You said married kids and stuff, so they're grown men, right?
So they already had a reputation, so it was a bit risky to touch me or do anything. So I was free to do whatever I wanted. I never had any problems. But my brothers, they were, one of my brothers was a very good, MMA fighter before MMA was a thing. He was already a Greco-Roman wrestler, champion in Portugal. He was in jail for 16 years, can you imagine? And comes out. Damn. He was a weightlifting champion in prison, but came out of prison looking massive, huge. And people would look at him and be like, oof, they could sense this guy. He was knocking out guys in jail, winning boxing matches in jail. So when he came out, he was teaching me, I was learning martial arts from 4 or 5 years old.
And what's the age gap between you and that brother?
He was 6. He's passed away now. Okay. Unfortunately, gang life and stuff can get to you. But it wasn't just that. There was a lot that happened as well. But there probably 10 years.
Right. So it's
10, 15 years.
The reason I ask is because sort of anywhere from that sort of 6 year up difference in age, it's a massive deal, isn't it?
10 to 15 years. It was a big deal. This guy, I remember going to visit him in jail, and he would grab my leg and make me do the splits up the wall like this, and call all the guards to come and see his little brother doing split kicks and stuff.
That's cool.
We were doing kickboxing in the halls, and all the other prisoners were just who's this kid? He used to love to show me off.
Nice.
But he was pretty gangster, pretty bad. So the good thing about growing up with surrounded by kind of serious people is that you don't get into it. You learn, they teach you, don't do this, don't do that. If you ever get into a situation, handle it like this. So I've always been taught, I was a kid learning things if you're ever in a situation where it looks dangerous and you might get assaulted by more than one person, always have your back to the wall.
Right.
And I got taught how to punch and who to go for first. The one that's closest to you, they get it first. So I've always grown up. So I was in school, no one would mess with me because they would just get their ass kicked. And my brother was always teaching me these things. Kids used to come to me and pay me money to teach them how to fight.
It's mad.
It was mad, yeah.
Kid. I'm assuming your brother was over here when you was at school over here. Is that
he
what
moved when he that brother that I'm talking about. When he left jail, he came here. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So your family was here. Yeah.
Was back and forth and stuff. Yeah, family's here now.
Yeah.
Settled. I got everyone's calmed down. They got kids and stuff. It's not as. It's funny because I was at the Right to Fight show. Yeah, there was this huge security guard. Yeah, the big guy. I don't know if you saw him with tattoos all over his face.
I did see him. Yeah.
And I was quite aggy, right?
Right.
And I was because I wanted to get in, they didn't let me win, and I missed cornering my guy, and my guy got knocked out.
Oh.
Because they didn't let me in the corner.
Right.
And I lost it. Armstrong comes, and I start having to go with the security, and he's huge. But I was fearless. Next thing you know, I managed the girl that I was with, shout out Hannah, pretty lady. She came, she calmed me down, I calmed down, and I start talking to him, and he starts name dropping. Oh, he's saying he's a top security for the big rappers, and he knows people, right? And I said, what people? He starts name dropping, and he's name dropping some serious gangsters, right? And I was like, bro, that's my brother, that's my cousin, you're dropping name, you're dropping, and I looked at him, and he looked at me, and I was like, okay. And
we're cool.
We looked at each other, we were like, yeah, we know what's up. And he was like, raw. And he's from he speaks Portuguese.
Oh,
he's
right.
from our background, and he knows my people, and I know his people, and I was like, So he understood why I was aggy, and I understood why he wasn't taken aback.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's cool. It
I
is what
made
it
a
is,
friend.
yeah, it
I
is.
made a friend, but that's a big guy, isn't it? That guy?
Yeah, big man, yeah. To be honest, I didn't see him that up close. Yeah, he's a big man. I wasn't up close, I don't think, with him, but yeah, I know who you're
He's
talking
gangster,
about.
bro.
Yeah,
like the
serious
names
guy.
that he was dropping, he's gangster, bro.
Yeah,
like
he's
shout
proper.
out the security guard, yeah. Bro, I'm glad we're from the same hood. I'm glad you know my people and I know your people. It's all good.
So shout out to the security guy. But like, I'm assuming because you came here so young, boxing started over here for you properly.
Yeah.
Is that where you first walked into a boxing club? Was in London?
No, it's my story. Like I was boxing before I got into boxing, so I was already like because my brother got me so into it. I was a very active kid, so I would roam London cycling by myself because I had so many brothers and family. I would just go to everyone's house and always cycling. How I started training boxing is in the parks by myself, just practicing what my brother was taught me. So I literally used to get a towel, wrap it around the branches and the tree, and just hit the towel,
yeah.
and just do that. And then sometimes people would see me in the park and challenge me to a spar or something, and I was young, I didn't know, like I was taking it seriously, so I used to give them gloves and go for it, like
Sparring to fight when you're young,
yo. And it's funny because one of the guys that I sparred with in the park, he had a broken arm and he was actually a boxer. And then years later, he saw me in a competition beating one of his friends. Mad.
But you know what, saying that, you're sort of not doing your own thing because your brother showed you, but you're kind of figuring a lot of stuff out by yourself in the park, I'm assuming, right?
Most definitely.
But I think there's something to that. Like, I've had this chat on here many times with different people about how like people can overcoach kids, which I think is an issue. Do you know what I mean? If you get too regimented too young, I think that can do you a disservice. Do you know what I mean? Some kids have got to be creative, haven't they?
My brother, what I liked about the way my brother, he was extremely technical, and he was teaching me jiu-jitsu. So I know some jiu-jitsu moves. I was learning jiu-jitsu, kickboxing, everything from early. Like I just liked boxing. I don't know, I just really liked it.
Yeah.
But I've done karate, Kyokushinkai, Muay Thai. I've done all that stuff, but boxing just stuck.
Yeah.
But I would do the other stuff in the summer to
Right.
give me a break. I would leave the boxing club and go do Kyokushinkai.
They probably served you well, I think.
Yeah, it
different
did.
little elements, innit?
Yeah,
And also
all that kata,
yeah,
all the kata
different movements
training.
with your legs, the whole deal.
All
but
that,
also sometimes
the mental as well.
the mental side of it, but also sometimes just getting out of the environment as a kid,
Yeah.
because it's different as adults. We come in here and we can put hard work in. Like when you're a kid, sometimes it just gets stale, doesn't it?
Boring,
you
mate.
need to go and
Especially
play.
if I train to fight.
Right.
So like right now I'm just chilling because I'm fighting in October. I don't want to kill myself.
Yep.
So I need to have a goal to focus on. I should really with the martial arts element. I am creative. I feel like right now I've been doing this for so long. There's only so much of martial arts you can do in the sense of like there's only so many techniques you're going to learn in boxing because you're meant to. I train for opponents to beat them. So right now I'm just chilling, doing other things. But when it's time to lock in, I enjoy it more because I've went and done everything else, and now it's time to lock in.
Right.
So I was always like that. What I like about what my brother did, he didn't give me like proper training sessions or nothing like that. It was always like when we were hanging out, come on, put your hands up, kid. Slapping me about, tripping me, and just laughing and play fighting. But the advice that he used to give me was amazing. He would tell me things like, oh, if you have to strengthen your jaw, so it's good to have chewing gum and chew gum to strengthen your jaw. Things like I told you, like have your back to the wall if you're fighting multiple people. How to like, if you can see someone's being aggressive and you know they're gonna hit you, you should hit them first, never take the first punch. Just like really things that unorthodox things that he's been around martial arts and gang fights so much that he just would warn me about certain things. Even like when he would tell me, when you train, always wear your gum shield, even when you're hitting the bag, even when you're skipping, and breathe through your nose, condition yourself. Even like, he said, if you're even in the fight and you need to clear your nose and it's blocked, just fucking do it. You know what I mean? Like get that shit out, even if it goes on the opponent. Yeah. And I remember the fight before when I was fighting Chavez, and I went back to the corner and the bucket wasn't there. I was like, I sat down and I've got water and I've looked, the bucket's not there again. I just spat on the cat, like I just bunch of water on the camera. I didn't give I was like, look. As like, clean it up and next time make sure the bucket's there because mate, all of my energy is on this fight.
Yeah.
I haven't got time to wait for the fucking bucket. to come out for me. I'll spit on my coach's face if I have to.
That could be your new nickname.
I'll never do that.
That could be the new nickname, Carlos the Bucket Moreno. That could be. We can put that in.
I've had everything. I've heard Carlos Mashup Moreno, Special One Moreno. Now I'm hearing the Bucket Moreno, Magic Moreno.
Probably better. Magic's probably better than Bucket. I'll give you that.
Bucket.
But bring us up to speed, mate. Like with where you started training, because I know you've been at different amateur clubs when you was younger and whatnot. Where did you first
Not
sort
really.
of work?
I've only ever been at one club, which is Islington Boxing Club.
Yeah, we spoke about it last time. Yeah.
Yeah. So I started with them. So because I did all that training, when I first went into a boxing club, I was going to the opticians with a friend of mine, and I saw a red box, a red building, and I was like, I read Islington Boxing. I was like, mate, we're going there. Like, it was local to my school. I was 16 at the time, or 15, 16, something like that. I was like, yeah, like I want to. So on the way back from opticians, we went there. There was a guy in there called Enzo Giordano. I don't know if you remember him. Now he's got a gym called Left Hook.
Okay.
And I worked for them actually for quite a long time. So I learned a lot about business from Enzo. Shout out Enzo. I know we haven't spoken in a bit. Yeah, I went in. He said, yeah, come down. I went, paid for the first month, second month, trained. I was doing the recreation classes mostly. But people were starting to realize that I was quite gifted at it really early. And they were like, oh, why don't you go to the amateur classes? I went there first time to the amateurs, and then I was shadow boxing, and there was a coach called Jerry. I'm sure you know Jerry Mitchell. Is it Mitchell? Jerry, I think it's Mitchell, yeah. Jerry, a Jamaican fella. And he came and he was watching me shadow box, and he goes, oh, you should be at the amateurs. It was during the recreation, he said you should be in the amateur section. He's like, because I can tell you've boxed before. And my brother taught me to never tell people that I box.
Right.
So I walk on the street, and like if you see me, I'm always like, you could see me in a group of guys, and you could say I'm the least. I would look like the least threatening person.
Right.
I'll probably be the worst person to pick on.
Yeah.
But my brother's always taught me that, to be like very nonchalant and never to let people, because he said if you ever get in a situation where you need to defend yourself, you want to have the advantage of them not knowing you know how to box and get it over with as quick as possible. Because nowadays, everyone knows something, do you know what I mean? So if someone knows you're going to box, they're going to kick you straight away.
Right,
But if they don't know, they're going to assume, they might try to throw hands and assume you don't know, and then you can just catch them one time.
Very true, very true.
So I've always played it very humble. Like, I never let my warrior energy leak out unnecessarily. I always contain my energy. So you can never sense a threat until we get in the ring. Something in my eyes switches, and then you see the real me. But only my opponents see it. I never allow my energy to leak out until I'm facing the threat.
I got you.
Which is cool.
And what happened with the amateur club? Did you end up getting carded up and having that match about?
Yeah. The coach was like, oh, you're lying. I know you've trained before. And I was like, yeah, you know, I'm going to fess up to you. But yeah, I've been going to the park and just grinding and
I've been hitting the towel in the park, coach.
Like, I've been hitting the towel in the park. And he was like, no, you've been to the amateurs. I was like, no, I've never been to a boxing club.
Yeah.
And then he actually understood, he believed me. And then I went amateur, and for the rest is history. I just started fighting within like a month or two, ended up getting a job there. And yeah.
Dive straight into it. Was it one of them things you knew this is what you want to do pretty quick then, I'm assuming?
I wanted to do it. I wanted to do it even before.
Right.
I'm the sort of, I just go with the flow. So when I feel connected to something, I keep doing it. So as soon as I started, when I got into a boxing club, I was already having visions of me being a champion.
Right.
So when we would be doing a circuit, I'd be doing push-ups, and I would see myself walking through a tunnel, which is funny, which is the setup that I'd see the spark and lights, which happened in Right to Fight.
Yeah,
so I'd see myself at an arena doing the ring walk, holding a belt or something like that, and just being and I would see that every time I got fatigued and I felt like I couldn't do any more push-ups, that it's like God was putting that image in my mind. There's a path for you, so you need to do this. So I would push extra hard.
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah,
that's cool, isn't it? And like when you're sort of 16, so you're at the back end of like the juniors, right? So you're still fighting age groups and things like that.
No, I wasn't fighting. I didn't fight until I was 18.
Right, so straight into the seniors.
I trained because I was the lack of discipline. I was in and out the gym, the gym. I was doing a bunch of stuff like smoking weed, drinking, partying, chasing girls. I just wasn't able to concentrate properly until I hit 17 and a half to 18.
Yeah, I get you.
So I had my first fight at 18, and the rest was history, man.
Nice.
Yeah.
And what's your thoughts like when you've had your first bout? Like, are you thinking you're going to be, because at the time it's like ABA champion, it still is, but it's changed its name. But ABA champion was a big thing. Everyone wanted to be ABA champion. Like, you know, then you go like Olympics, then turn pro, blah, 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 blah. Is this kind of in your mind at the time or not? Or did you see things a bit different?
No, I didn't, bro. But when I started boxing, I'd never even watched a boxing match in my life. I just wanted to box.
Yeah.
I didn't really care about the boxing showbiz.
Yeah.
I always separate things. I put things into their perspective. So fighting to me is fighting, regardless. Like, but then I tell myself a story, and any fighter that I work with properly, I always tell them, look, remember this started off with two guys contesting who's got better skills, and then the crowd formed and wanted to know what was going on. Based on that crowd forming, the promoters realized they could make money, so they sold tickets, and then the rest is history. They came in, regulation and stuff, but never forget that ultimately boxing is two guys exchanging, and that's all it is to me. When it comes to boxing, I'm just worried about I'm not even worried, I want to have a conversation with my opponent. If he's better, he's better. If I'm better, I'm better, but I'm going to let him know. But I'm not concerned about the crowd and the audience and this. I simplify things. It's just a fight. Obviously, when I've got my manager's hat on, I think as a manager, if I got my promoter's hat on, I think like everything in its place. Yeah.
And you're like, obviously, I was going to say you still got ambitions in the game now. You got a fight coming up, right? Which will work back a little bit because I didn't see you fight, but I was at the show. I got there a bit late. My apologies. But you know, you fought on that night and whatnot and come out with a win, all that kind of stuff. Yeah. Like going forward, I kind of know the answer because you said it before when I got here about like belts and whatnot. But what's sort of like the ambition in boxing now for you?
I don't really have a long-term ambition. You know, they say it's good to like everything that I've done successfully in my life, most of it hasn't been a case of like knowing exactly the timing or exactly what I want. It's all more of like it's more about proving to myself that I can. I come from a very harsh, very tough background. I didn't have much. There was a lot that I had to overcome just to be here. So to me, each thing that I achieve is just proving to myself that I can do something. It's showing to myself that I have the power to commit to something, to work hard and to achieve. So I'm not too concerned about I want to win. If I really wanted kind of financials and all that, I would have gone pro and probably pursued that. That's not priority for me. Priority for me is spiritual well-being, physical well-being, connections, friendship, relationships with people. And now I'm at a point where I don't want to just get somewhere on my own. I want to bring people with me. So whatever achievements, I want to share that, whether it's with my team, my fam, or, you know, I want to bring people with me. So hence SG promotions and stuff, but that's something else. But with the ambitions, yeah, I mean, I take it step by step. So I've been offered to fight for a belt on BXGP. You know, I was at the boxing on Friday, and someone came up to me, they were like, oh, you're fighting for the belt, I heard. And I was like, what? I was like, how do you know? It's like, oh, I just know you're fighting this guy. I was like, rah, so people already know that I'm in line for it. That's pretty cool. Yeah, that's my next goal.
But you still got the itch to fight. You're not done yet. You still want to get out there by the sound of it.
Yeah, I'm in it now. So
this is what I mean. You still want
it. Yeah. Once I don't start. When I did the first comeback fight, I was like, yeah, I'll just do this one and see what happens.
Right.
And then I got offered another one, Chavez, and I was like, yeah, I'll do this one and see what happens. Then I went to Cape Verde. They offered me to fight the champion. I was like, yeah, I'll do this one, see what happens. Then O2 came, and I was like, yeah, I'll do that, see what happens. Now I got the belt. I'll do that and see what happens.
Right.
Let's get the belt and see what happens.
That's cool, because like you touched on it a little bit, like you had a gap in
6
year gap, right? So like I remember speaking to you before, and you said I think you was some form of Portuguese champion and stuff back in the day. What did you achieve back in the day before you had your gap?
I did a lot, man. I did I started off my first time entering the national novices. I got to the semi-finals.
Is this here or in Portugal?
Here,
yeah.
Yeah, so I started here.
Right.
So I did novice ABA, got to the national semi-finals. So I was as a novice, I was number 2 or 3 in the country.
It's a big deal to get that far. And what were we talking novices? Under 10s or under 20s?
Under 10s first.
Yep.
Then I skipped the under 20s. I went to the Haringey Box Cup.
Yep.
Won the gold medal.
Okay.
In the under 20s.
Nice.
And I was the first. It was the first year they put it on.
Okay.
So like it was, I was one of the first to win it.
Right.
Then I did From there, I went back. I won a few like internationals. I went to Cyprus to do a tournament. It was Greece, Scotland, England, and Cyprus. Yeah, and I won that fight by stoppage in the first round. Got the gold. I got my second international gold after Haringey.
Nice.
That was intermediate level. It was C class. They had C class, and then went to. What did I do? And then I beat a bunch of good names, bunch of guys. Came back, did the senior ABAs, got to the London finals. Unfortunately, got robbed, but then got ranked number 8 in England, elite level, which was good.
Even like aside from that, even if let's say you didn't, obviously, but let's say you got stopped in the London finals, to even be in the London finals is a big deal, isn't it?
I didn't get.
But you know what I'm saying? Like to even be there's a big deal in it for anyone who doesn't know to get
no,
that far.
I mean I won the Northwest London title, elite title, which already put me in one of the best fighters.
What weight are we talking
in
here?
London?
What weight did you box
Lightweight.
At? Lightweight, which is like stacked division.
Put it this way: if you get to a London's, or you never mind win a London's, you're going down in history as like one of the best to ever do it as an amateur, because it's very competitive. I don't think people realize how many times you're fighting just to come out of Northwest. Yeah,
right. It is. Yeah, like they're typically like from my being in the amateurs, like London, Manchester, Liverpool, them sort of cities always seem to be like if you're qualifying.
London is the worst though.
London's tough because it's big, right? You got so many different divisions.
London's the worst, and as soon as you come out of London, you're fighting the Essex guys.
Yeah, right.
So it's Essex is quite as well. So, I mean, I've done things like I had 23 fights. I beat a national. Before I even went got ranked, or was it just after I got ranked? I think even before I got ranked, I'd already beaten a guy who got to the quarterfinals of the elite senior ABAs.
Nationals?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Open class, like elite level. And I already beaten a quarterfinalist.
Right.
And that quarterfinalist had about 50 fights. I had 23. And he'd already knocked out the junior ABA champ who just stepped into the seniors.
Who was he?
So I was beating David Leo.
David Leo.
I beat him twice. He's not gonna like this.
Oh, sorry, Dave.
Fuck him. Listen, he's my friend, yeah, but fuck him. Listen,
oh, your friend?
David, I ain't spoken to him in years, yeah. I beat him in a show.
Yeah.
He gave me a nightmare. Then he beat me. He's the one that beat me in the novice national semi-finals.
Right, okay.
Yeah. So he pissed me off. So I came back at him and beat him on the third one. I avenged that loss. I mean, you got your ass whooped, yeah. But he was already national court finalist of the senior ABA, so everyone was shocked when I beat him. Now, I beat him good. Yeah. Like he came after me. After he was like, "Bro, did you know when the body shots you hit me with, was that part of the plan?" I was like, "No, I just saw it was there. I took it." Like, you hit me to the body, I hit you back.
Yeah. Right. Okay.
So yeah, it was a good scrap. That looked like a pro fight. It was mad.
How long ago are we talking? Because they were scored different as well. Like now they are scored a bit more like a pro bout. That was back like the scoring system, like the 1 point, 2 point, all that business.
Yeah, I think that, but we were fighting, man. Yeah. This wasn't beep, beep, beep. I was fighting, bro. I like to have good scraps.
Well, the reason I say that is because like I was aggressive as well, and like sometimes you see, not necessarily for me, like when you're watching bouts I'm talking about, you'd see someone very aggressive coming forward and you go, he's won all day, and then they go, oh, winner by split decision, raise the other person's hand, and you'd go, because they're playing the point system, right? But I think that's changed a bit nowadays, isn't it? The amateurs, they score a bit different.
I think I've been around boxing so much here that I kind of like, never mind that I've got a pro trainer's license as well. So I've studied the scoring system, I've had to do all the courses. So I've gone through everything in boxing, from fighter to now management. I've done from putting on my shows. So I have a kind of 360 view of it. So anytime I'm in the ring, I'm actually playing to the judges as well when I'm fighting. So I might hit you with a ping, 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 just to score some points. Or I might hit you with a bang, so the judges see it. So I'm always playing to the judges, but at the same time, I want to hurt you as well. So you can't just fight, you got to be mindful. Like, I know if you caught me with a good shot, it looks bad. I need to quickly do something to put you in your place. Yeah. You know, not everyone that knows how to fight knows how to win.
It's a very good point. It's 100% true as well.
It's a game.
Yeah. It is, yeah. You got to play the game, innit? You have to play the game a little bit.
It's a harsh game to play, but it's still a game.
Yeah, it's a good point, because how many rounds are these? Like, what's the correct term for it?
I was doing like boxing? Like these ones are like three 3, 4, 5 rounds. It
Right.
depends.
Is it influencer boxing is the right way to put it,
yeah.
right? So 3, 4, 5 round, yeah, because I think I saw some 3s and some 5-round bouts on that night, right?
If it's like a belt and like they want you to do more rounds, you will end up doing more rounds.
But I like 5 rounds. I think 5 rounds is a good number, you know?
The rounds don't make a difference to me. As long as I know he's feeling it the same way I'm feeling it, it don't make... Bro, my last fight, I was tired from round 1.
Right.
I walked back, I was like, fuck, I am knackered. I didn't expect him to be... He was swanging. This guy was throwing shots, and I wasn't conditioned anyway. Like, I went in there...
What was your opponent's name?
Shakur.
Shakur. Shout out Shakur, right? Your coach on Max
I told him, I said, listen, the only good thing about fighting you is making sure that I can say I beat Shakur. And I ain't talking about Shakur Stevenson, so don't get it confused. Yeah, I beat Shakur, but it's not Stevenson.
Just say Shakur.
Shakur.
Let people make their own mind
I beat Shakur, man. I had that shoulder roll, man. And it's funny because I was fighting like Shakur. I was the one fighting like Shakur.
Yeah, I got you. And how'd you come out of that bout? No injuries, ready, fresh, ready to go again?
Nah, nothing. I didn't feel anything. I don't think I felt a single punch. No, tell a lie. There was one punch, it hit me upside the head, yeah, right there, yeah. Bang, and my head down this. You can see it on clip. I was like, and you know what's crazy? Before he threw that shot, my brain is telling me, put your hand up. He's gonna hit you. And I said to myself, nah, no way. I'm too far away. He's not gonna land that. But I knew it was coming, but I didn't listen to myself. And I didn't bother to put my hand there. Next time, I feel, bang, my head does this. Bang. I'm like, bro, I could have got dropped. Yeah. He hit me, he swung a right hook, while I'm throwing combinations. But I've never been dropped in my career. My whole boxing career, everyone knows I got a good chin, so I can take heavy bangs. I could black out.
But you come to it and you're still boxing?
Yeah, I come to it and I'm still fighting, I swear on God.
And what ounces are you boxing in them shows?
12.
12.
That
So
one was 12.
12, you feel that?
In Cape Verde, I fought with 10 ounce.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one, I felt that. I felt every blow, man, but he felt some too.
Yeah.
This one, 12. I had the option to do 10 ounce, but then it wouldn't be under the PBA, so like I was like, nah, like I'd rather, do it properly.
Yeah, I got you. And like going forward with them shows and stuff like that, they're like, obviously for anyone who doesn't know the show we're talking about, Shane Mosley topped the bill, right?
Shane, big up Shane. I actually got to take Shane on pads and train him.
I was here, yeah, I was there.
It was mad, yeah, it was good. And Shane, listen, we'll be in touch. I'm gonna message you guys. I'm gonna message him today.
And by the way, Shane Mosley, 53, I think he was on Fight Night.
Yeah.
Like I was up close when he was hitting the pads, and you know when you go,
serious,
I know. People will go, oh, he's 53 now. Listen, I don't care. It's an elite, a pure elite level fighter. When you're up close like that and he's hitting the pads, you go, shit, man.
But you can't, the thing is, with age, you can't sustain it as much.
I think, right.
Yeah, with that age, against a younger person, you can't sustain it as much. And it was a tough fight. I knew it was going to be a tough fight. I sparred Matt.
And the size difference, naturally, Matt's a lot bigger, isn't he? Like, naturally a lot bigger than Shane. Like, Shane's fought a lightweight in his day.
Matt had to lose a lot of weight and stuff. Shout out Matt.
Shout out Matt.
Listen, when you want a rematch, come and see me. Yeah,
watch out now. Watch out now.
When you want a rematch, come see me, bro.
You got an exclusive for Squeeze the Neck. There you go. But I tell you what struck me with Shane Mosley as well. Like I saw Shane Mosley in McGuigan's gym, which would have been probably 12 years ago. And he was at that point where it was after he'd fought Floyd and Pacquiao and all those guys, but it was like within sort of recent memory type time. Do you know what I mean? Like whether he was going to fight again, whether he wasn't, sort of thing. And he did fight after that. But like looking at him now compared to them, he looks better now than he did then. Like he's obviously been looking after himself like crazy.
Yeah. But there's something that we call vitality, or you can call chi energy, or ki energy, whatever you call it by. There's a spiritual energy, and that tends to be easier to tap into. I'm not saying it's not vibrant when you're older, because a lot of people that are older have really vibrant chi energy and life force. But we tend to tap into that for our boxing, and you'll find that people who are really good at fighting, they're able to tap more into that energy. Right. So fighting is not just technical. There's an element of spiritual that goes into it. That's why when you come out fights, you're just exhausted. Sometimes you're just like, oof, how am I so tired? Right. And it takes you a week, 2 weeks to recover. You've used a lot of your life force in that. And with age, it becomes a little bit harder to tap into it, especially if you've been using it for so many years. Yep.
Have you felt a difference in age as you get a little bit older?
I have to train differently.
Right. How old are you, if you don't mind saying?
I'm 36.
Right, so you're still youngish.
Yeah, I'm relatively young.
Yeah.
main difference that I feel right now, yeah, is I'm just wiser with my training.
Right.
I don't I trained yesterday. I worked on technical stuff and and I felt good. Today I'm tired. If I was younger, I'd be feeling guilty. No, I have to train because skills pay the bills. But now it's like, nah. What is the purpose of the training? What am I working on? Is it going to fulfill a function, or am I just tiring myself so I can say that I did something?
Right.
Is it just an Instagram flex?
Yeah.
If it's just a flex, I don't do it. I rest because I know that when I do train, I'm going to have my faculties and I'm going to be able to perform better and be sharper and I'll get more out of it. Things like that, eating a bit more fruit and vegetable, having, like, I wake up in the morning instead of having that big English and bread and all this stuff, I'll chop up some watermelons, eat some oranges, some fruit, and just eat that. All like plant-based, and then boom, go out the house and I'm fine.
Do you ever go with like any sort of intermittent fasting or anything like that? Do you ever play with that stuff?
Not consciously. I go based on what I need. So if I've gone out to hunt, in the sense of like I've gone out and worked and done a bunch of PTs and stuff like that, now I'm feeling a bit hungry. This morning I woke up, didn't have anything, I just had water, a little bit of melon, came to the gym. I've been here since 7 in the morning roughly, doing PTs, back-to-back classes, and then had some coffee, had a little bit of a croissant, but that's it. Now I can go back and have chicken drumsticks and a bunch of protein and rice and salad and stuff, and then chill.
Yeah, I got you.
So that's a bit of intermittent, but it's more intuitive.
Right. Well, yeah, because the reason I ask, I've done quite a lot of it. I spoke about it a little bit on here before. I've done about 6 or 7 times. I've done like a 3-day fast, water fast. And it made me think about it a little bit when you were saying like the spiritual aspect of fighting and whatnot, because listen, there's moments in there where it's not, I don't want to make it out like it's some big massive, I'm not fasting for 40 days, you know what I mean? It's 3 days, you can get through it. But there is like, it does take you somewhere. And the reason I bring it up now when we're talking about this is because at the end of it, I was doing a podcast like I am now when it was finished. So I couldn't eat straight away, didn't really bother me. Then I went to a gym and I thought, I'll just do a little bit, started hitting the bag, and I was sort of, tired. I was like, But then second round, I was like, I feel good.
That wind, you tap
Third
into
round, I'm like banging that bag.
Fire, yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I'm on fire. And then I did like a weight workout and whatever, and I'm buzzing. By the time I had the food in front of me, I was like,
that's why
I don't need it.
I always say I love to fight when I'm tired. That's why I'm always, like my last fight, I handicapped myself. I probably took away half of my stamina on purpose because I wanted a challenge. Could I have trained more? Yeah, maybe. Could I have not incapacitated myself as much as I did? Yeah, maybe. But then where's the fun in that?
But more's not always better either, right? Because at the end of the day, and I think you touched on it there, as we get older, we get wiser, or that's theory anyway, but like, you're training for the sake of getting better, right? Otherwise, what you're training for, right? You're just wasting it. Like you said, you're just grinding it out and, taxing yourself.
When the physical is done, you tap into the mental, the concentration. But that also, once you notice you start to make mistakes, it means the mental is lapsing. So eventually there's something else you need to bring forth. And I like that feeling of like, so I want to get my body as tired as quickly as possible so that I do tap into the mental, and then I want to get that tired because I like to tap into that inner energy. That's what truly, and then I want to see if my opponent can do it.
Right.
And that's why I like to fight like that. I like that exchange. Some guys can do it, but you feel some guys, once they're tired, they can't pull it out.
Right.
I love fighting when I'm tired because sometimes you can't even tell that I'm naked. I could be so tired. Like my last fight, I was tired, but you couldn't tell because my opponent kept it up. I kept it up too. So yeah, man, it's like we're warriors. That's what we do. We got to tap into that life force energy, man.
I got you. I'll tell you what's an interesting question for you with the way you see things and stuff like that, because it's very sort of debated. It's like, are you much of a strength and conditioning guy, or are you sort of pure old school, do you boxing, meat and potatoes and get on with it?
The last couple of fights here, because I've gone up to middleweight, I haven't had time to do strength and conditioning because I needed to settle at the weight. And I knew if I did strength and conditioning, I'll bulk, but it will affect my technique.
Right.
And it will affect my speed.
Yep.
So I felt like I've got a better chance of staying at my natural weight, allowing the guys to, because I've been weighing in at 70, these guys are coming at 72 plus. So I've said, you know what, I'm going to give the weight advantage, even though it's going to be harder because I will feel their shots more, they're probably not going to feel mine as much. But I can bang anyway for my weight. Like,
And would you walk around at naturally? What are you like?
70, 71.
Oh yeah, so you're under anyway, so you ain't even got to worry about that.
So I just say, yeah, let them have the weight.
Yeah.
But I have the skill. It's the skill for me. So, and you know, no matter how big they are, eventually you can get to them. You know, good jab, some good body shots, patience. Patience goes a long way. Eventually you'll feel them weakening. You can get to them, and then listen, don't get tired in the ring with me. Trust me, don't do that. It's not good for you.
Not good for you. Not good for your health.
It's not good for you, because when I see that, that's when I wake up. So
right. I got you.
yeah. So.
But what's the thinking of fighting a middleweight if you're under that weight anyway? Why you just?
Because it's harder.
Right. Okay.
I can go down to 67 kilos or like 68 or whatever, and it'll be easier because they're gonna feel my bangs.
Right.
Right.
Could you not just jump up a level?
My first time, when I did my comeback fight, the guy wasn't great, but I stopped him TKO round 3. But he was feeling my shots from the. I didn't want to stop him anyway, but it's just accidental stoppage because the shots are heavier. So I thought, yeah, I'm not gonna get too much in this weight. I need to go up.
But could you not just jump up the level and like?
I went up 2 weight divisions. Yeah, I skipped.
But instead, I don't mean weight. I just mean like skill level. Could you not just go up against better guys and get your challenge that way, or is that?
So if anyone's really, really good at 67 and they want to fight, let's go. I know at 72 there's good fights up there. So.
Right. I hear you.
But if anyone wants it at 67, I don't mind.
I got you. Do you watch much boxing? Are you much of a boxing fan?
That's the thing. Not really.
That's interesting because like a fight that happened recently, which you know I think everyone's
I
talking
saw
about
that.
The Atalma versus Dillian White, right? So like. You're talking about skills and stuff like that. That to me, like everyone's got their opinion on him, but I think that kid's special, and I think he's going to be the next guy after Usyk's gone. Whether he actually fights Usyk or whether Usyk's gone before he gets there, we can talk about that too. But like, what do you think about him, Moses Atalma? We're talking about in case anyone missed it.
He's good. He's decent. You know.
Just decent, bro.
Yeah, because look. Like, nah, man. Like the truth is, yeah. Anytime a fighter comes up and does something and beat someone that's kind of on the way out. So it's always the same talk. Oh, he's the next this. Like we were saying that about Ben Whittaker, and then he had a bit of a wobble, and then people said, oh, maybe he's not it. And then he came back, and now people are like, oh, maybe he is it. So people are always looking for the next. Like I say, like I always separate boxing into it's 2 guys fighting, and then you got the crowd. I don't get involved in the fight. I appreciate his skill. One thing I noticed, I liked the hook. The way he threw the hook was very calculated. The straight hand to the body was really good. The other guys managed to do it with an uppercut. Dylan's very open. When he leans forward and starts, he's open to the uppercut. Eventually, I think Moses would have caught him with an uppercut anyway. That hook was decent. It's very awkward. I would like to see if that hook is going to work on someone else. Yeah, so far I like him. I think he's decent. He's good. But I think I do feel it's a bit early to be doing the hype talk and stuff. There's very good fights out there for him. What I like is the fact that he's managed to get himself into that level that he's part of this big conversation. And I love to see fighters doing well. I love to see fighters being part. Bro, just being part of these conversations and knowing that you're at that stratosphere where you're going to earn good money for these fights. It's prize fighting at the end of the day, so I'm happy for him for sure.
Who would you see him fight next? If it was up to you and you got your promoter's head on and your coach's head, what do you think is the logical next fight for him? So I know it's quite hard, isn't it? It's quite a hard one because I got in mind who I'd like to see him fight, but you know.
Yeah, these things. Who I'd like to see him fight? Yeah, that's a different question.
Right. Okay.
But it's a manager, promoter. There's a lot that goes into it.
Right.
But who I'd like, bro, anyone that is gonna give him a good challenge. So, but at the same time, I'm not in the business of trying to wish downfall upon my brothers. So I don't want to see him rush because now it's easy to get big-headed and think you can take on the world now and do. If he's still learning his craft, give him time. If you rush him, many fighters get spoiled because they get rushed into things they're not ready for.
Yep.
Yeah, he's got a very good win, but I ain't saying nothing. Listen, I'm leaving up to his management and promoters to do their job. I'm not suggesting do this and that. I just want to see him do well.
I got you. Yeah. Do you think he will be the heavyweight champion of the world?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, I think so. I think he's special, man.
Eventually, 100%.
Yeah. I think it's tough with Usyk, right? Because you've got a super champion there that's still doing it. Whereas like the other guys, and it's not me, like a lot of people are saying it, like a lot of the great heavyweights of this generation, they're starting to get up there in age a bit, aren't they? You know, and they will expire eventually, you know?
Bro, by the time you expire, yeah, that guy, Itoma, he's still going to be boxing. He's 19, bro. So you're there talking, yeah. When you leave boxing, he's still there.
Me, I'm only 21 too, bro. What's the matter with you? The camera's on, bro. Read the room. The fuck is wrong with you?
I'm just saying, bro. You're there talking about, oh, when I see him, bro. It's so early for him.
Yeah, he's got loads of like.
That's what I'm trying to say.
Proper.
I don't even want to talk because probably when I'm done, he's still there.
Problem is the time's now to an extent too, innit? Like,
nah, that's
you got
what
to strike
you
when
say.
the iron's hot. He's on fire, like in terms of his momentum and stuff like that. Like the old saying, isn't it? I think it was the football manager, the Man United guy, Busby. If you're good enough, you're old enough. And I just go, there's an element of that.
There is an element of that. There is.
You know what I mean?
There is an element there, but there's also the element of don't be stupid.
Yep, of course. Yeah. 100%.
But there is an element of that. And like I said, just his name being mentioned next to Usyk and all this stuff, he's already done it.
Yeah.
He's just got to be, the doors are open.
Right, of course.
Just be smart about it.
See, I tell you, what goes to my mind, the obvious fight for me, be interesting to hear what you think, is like Dubois. Go Dubois.
That's not
the one.
The fight.
Why?
No, that's not the fight. Look how long Dubois took to develop.
Yeah.
And then Dubois had problems, man, on the way. Because Dubois started off really well. And then they were bigging him up, and then he went and fought certain guys and had problems. He was taking some hits, bro. His eye, things were going bad, and he had that problem with the juggernaut, bust his face.
Shout out Joe Joyce, old club mate of mine.
So Dubois kind of did it the hard way, the very hard way, because I think maybe it did get to their head and they rushed a bit certain things, but Dubois done really well. So Dubois got that mad experience. Just because Usyk, and he's going to improve from what happened to him with Usyk, he's going to get better. Usyk is something very, very special, you know what I mean?
For sure.
But look, if you said to me who would I bank on, which I believe is what you're asking me, right? So is he ready for Dubois? Of course, he's ready to fight anyone. He'll be ready to fight you tomorrow, bro. He can fight anyone.
Let's not get crazy.
The question is whether he's... Yeah, of course.
Let's not get crazy.
You're dangerous
now. You know what I mean? I've got a tennis racket in the car.
The question is not whether he can fight them, because he can. He could fight Usyk tomorrow. It's how would it turn out, and is it the smart thing to do?
Yeah,
so
right.
With Dubois, I agree with that. That could be a good fight because he has speed. Itoma has a lot of speed and he's very technical. Dubois has a tendency to swing wide with his shots sometimes. That's how he gets caught. So although Dubois has power, Dubois has a very good jab though. He's got a heavy jab. But Itoma, I'm sure he's got the head movement and things like that. So that could be a good fight. Is it too early? We don't know because look, the fact of the matter is he could be excellent boxer. But then you're doing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 rounds, 9 rounds. Round 10 comes up and you're not used to it. 11th championship round. The other guy's got more experience. So even though you're amazing, you're now starting to feel it and it's tough. And we have to see what he's made of.
I agree with that.
That's a good fight though.
I think it's a good fight. The reason I think it's a good fight too as well is the age element, where they're both so young. I know Dubois is a lot older than him, but Dubois is still very young himself. I think Dubois is only 27 and he's 28. Do you know what I mean?
Young.
So it's like, it's not like Dubois has been to the big dance, won the title, got beat.
Bro, I would like to see him against Parker, and then the winner goes to the title.
I think that's a good fight.
I think that's a good fight.
Just
stylistically, Parker's the guy for him.
Right.
That beating Parker is gonna shut everyone up. He beats Parker in good fashion. He's ready for it's a guarantee that he's ready for everyone.
That's it. Yeah, 100%.
That is the one that makes sense, and that one is very risky, but it's worth the risk. It's a very good fight for people to see.
I think I want to see Joseph Parker fight Usyk personally, just because I think he deserves it.
I think.
Do you know what I mean?
I think Parker as well. Parker has traction, but for some reason, Parker is a guy that when he fights and does well, he's got buzz. And then when he's quiet for a long time, the buzz just kind of dies down. Parker does a number of Moses he's gonna be stamped like bang. And then Moses, is nothing wrong with that because he can always go. He's still young. He's got time to come back. Like that's a good fight. That's a very good fight.
It is a good fight.
That's a very good fight.
I think this guy's the
and I think it's more fair to Parker because Parker actually deserves the shot as well. And to put Moses in front of the queue, I think it's a bit too early to do that. I think Parker's kind of give him his dues. Either give him the shot first or give him Moses to fight over.
Yeah, I think there's a lot to that because Parker, I think a lot of people are a fan of Parker, aren't they? Do you know what I mean? Like he's been there, done it, took his losses, keeps coming back. And to me, I think he's the best he's ever been now. I think this is the best version of Parker over the last sort of, what would it be, couple of years, I suppose, since he lost to Joe Joyce. Like, he's had a resurgence, do you know what I mean? He's with Andy Lee now. And, like, he just looks like this is his time to me.
The thing about the heavyweight division, it tends to go through phases like this. Me personally, the most exciting, I feel, when the heavyweight division tends to be more exciting when it's in the hand of the US guys. That's what I think. Like, so if I say to you heavyweight excitement, what comes to mind? Names.
Mike
Tyson, Ali, Frazier, Evander Holyfield, Lennox Lewis, Riddick Bowe. Bro, even the one that came back after Ali knocked him out, Foreman. Like, these are exciting fights. These guys, they're there to scrap out. Even when, even Ortiz and the Wild Man, Wilder, those are exciting fights. Then, Tyson Fury, decent. But then boxing tends to go through these phases where the Ukrainians come in. Like, you had the Klitschko's, and they were holding the belts. They were so technical, so clean. Amazing boxers, but they're more on the other side of boxing, like the eastern side of boxing, and it's a bit different. So it doesn't excite the Western fans as much. It doesn't excite us as much. We get excited by the Tysons. So right now I feel we're going through another phase, another Ukrainian boxer who's just too good. And you know how it is, like when you're a child, right, and you're playing a game. If you're a child playing a game in a group, but there's one in the group that's just too good for everyone, and they keep outrunning everyone and outbeating it, then no one wants to play with you no more, bro. Like,
that's a good point.
So it feels like we're starting, like with the Klitschko's, it became like, oh man, again. I love the Klitschko's. I've actually been on calls with them.
Have you? Yeah.
And everything, talking
Bro,
to them.
hook a brother up, get him on the podcast. What's wrong with you? Don't talk about your calls. Just get him sitting down here in Moreno's gym.
I actually had Klitschko call my phone, like Vladimir. And we spoke.
Well, you want to get the names right first, right? Listen,
I've been on.
You got the wrong name.
I've been on calls with Mayweather.
Which one? Get the right name. Get the right one.
Bella. When I was gonna go pro, I was on mad calls, but I decided not to.
Do you have any regrets for that? Not going pro?
No.
It was the right thing to do for you.
Yeah, 100%.
Dirty business, isn't it? Like the pro game.
It's not even that, bro. I just do things for me, man. Fuck everybody. I do what I feel like. I do what I want. You can offer me 10 million. If I ain't feeling it, I'm like, nah, I'm good with £10. It's all right. Just give me £10.
Yeah, I got you.
I go with what God tells me to do.
Right.
What God puts in my heart. No matter what gets dangled in front of me, if God says it's not for you, I don't take it.
Yeah, I think it's a good way to be, right? In a lot of ways, because nowadays, especially, people do sort of hoe themselves out, for lack of a better term, for a pound note.
And I would have been just like that.
Yep.
If I'd compromised myself to this point, don't you think I'll be doing that again?
Yep.
Wouldn't it become a habit of selling myself, and then I'm just there, man, getting tooted up? Fucking, no, I'm not like that. I'm willing to go out on my shield. If I fail at something, I fail, bro. It's life. Life, you're gonna fail. It's embarrassing. It's tough. It's just is what it is. Fuck it. And most people talking backseat drivers anyway.
Yep.
So.
Well, that's it. There's a lot of that now as well. People that have never been brave enough to step in there criticising fighters, which to me is like, their opinion is not worth the paper it's written on, right?
I can't be bothered.
Do you know what I mean? It is what it is. But mate, listen, it's always great to come down. It's always great to see you. We'll do this another time. I'll come down,
man.
train.
Is it done already?
We'll do the whole deal. We're not done. We're not done.
We're having such a
I've got
nice
the most important question coming up.
What's the
Before we do, I don't know if you know what the question is, but there is a right answer. We're the wrong side of the river, so I don't know how this is going to go. Which football team you support?
Oh, I've got my own answer for that. Listen, I always tell people I don't support none of them.
Chelsea, very good. Well done. Shake my hand. Bro, shake my hand. It's a Chelsea podcast.
I don't support any of them because they don't support me.
If I bring a Chelsea shirt down,
all this support bullshit, bro. Listen, any football teams that want to come and support my journey, any football teams want to donate to my career, yeah, put this out. I'm calling Chelsea, Man United, all you guys, listen, help a brother out. Support me and then I will support you back. I promise you, I will support you back. But I'm not in the business of supporting people that don't support me, man, or supporting.
How about if I get you a free ticket to go and watch Chelsea? Does that count? Are we in a trust tree?
If I want stuff like that, I can get it anyway. Bro, I can get a box. Yeah. I'll make one phone call.
Boys,
I'm in a box with champagne.
I tried to get him on the Chelsea
I'm
card.
not into that lifestyle, bro. I walked away from, you lot don't know what I walked away from. I'm not into that. I'm a humble guy, man. I don't like that stuff. So
maybe it's Chelsea? Is that what I'm getting from this? Could be Chelsea? My hand's still out, bro. I'm still hanging. I'm still there.
I support the first football team, Dulwich Hamlets.
Oh.
Dulwich Hamlets.
Okay.
Dulwich.
Curveball.
They're a small team.
Yep.
They need help. They need funding. Anyone who wants to donate, look after them. Go on Dulwich Hamlets on Google, search them, get in touch, see if you can support the team. They're doing great things for the kids. I've played some fantastic matches against other teams there. They give you a kit. Even though the kit is pink and purple, it's still cool. Mm-hmm. So support your local teams. Stop worrying about these big teams. These guys are getting paid millions a week. Support your small, let's look after the kids, man. Stop bugging out about these guys that are driving Mercedes and McLarens and flipping Ferraris and stuff. Fuck them, man. Go and look after the kids. Need help. All this money they're spending and wasting running after a ball. How many charities could they help? How many people that are starving? How many kids that are hungry that can't go to sleep because they're so hungry? How many of those kids could they help? And I'm not saying that they don't, but I'm thinking these footballers get together. They could end world poverty. They could end world poverty. Why haven't they done it?
Boom, there you go. Well, mate, listen, as I say, I really appreciate you, man.
You're
always
welcome,
great
bro.
to see you.
Give me I hate them shakes.
I do get you. A few times I've got you with a fish one.
Yeah,
I've
bro,
got you one of them.
Fish hook. The fish.
Not that I've got a soft handshake. I mean that I grab these fingers.
Bro.
Give me a proper handshake. Let's go. Bosh, there you go. That's a man's handshake. Whoa. Hang on. We got to finish with a fist up, bro. We got to finish. Do it right. I always finish with a fist up like this. Squeeze the neck. Boom. Boom. Boom.